If you are having it hard in your life right now, whether it's your fitness, your business, your relationships, school, whatever it is, if you're going through a hard time, if you're constantly suffering, you are probably creating that suffering yourself that should be avoidable but still allow you to reach your goals nonetheless. Most of the suffering that we create in our lives is optional. You don't need to be having it hard. You simply think that you need to, and you are also proud of it. You're most likely so proud of the struggle that you're going through. You like telling others how hard you're having it. You want to go for loads of these struggles so that at the end of the tunnel, once you've actually achieved your goal, you will be able to tell others, I went to sleepless nights. I had to sacrifice this, that. But honestly, this is all optional. All of these things that you're telling yourself, that you're telling others that you need to be going through, they are all optional. You only suffer to the degree that you allow yourself to believe that suffering is real. For the longest time, I always thought, you know, I need to be having it hard in my business if I want to make money. I need to be struggling. I need to, I see all of these people online who have their sob story to tell, how some of their parents died, how they've had to be in business for 3 years, nothing happened, then they dropped out of school, they went homeless, and then they somehow made it. I always thought that I will need to get to this extreme. But honestly, when I started telling myself that it's not that hard, it's not that deep, I started behaving like it. I started to get results according to that. I stopped telling myself that I need to be having it hard, that I need not expect results yet because I don't deserve them. You're probably struggling right now because you're telling yourself, I don't deserve the result that I'm after yet. Thus, I need to struggle instead. I need to be constantly having failure after failure. And if you're not telling this out loud to yourself, you're probably telling this to yourself subconsciously. You're not expecting to win. You're not expecting to have good things in your life just because you don't deserve them yet. You feel like you don't deserve them yet. But the moment you switch your perspective and you think, okay, you know, I deserve everything I want in my life. I have the God given power to create the reality around me, to achieve anything I want. Well, then you start behaving like it, you start acting like it, you start thinking like it, you start receiving those things into your life. Stop pushing them away. Stop telling yourself that you need to be going through suffering, unless that's something that you really want to be going through. But suffering in life is optional. It really is. You can have the same task and you can either go through it suffering, pushing yourself, having to force yourself to complete it, but then you can also take a completely different perspective and say, I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to go through this task, to learn all of these lessons and get to a better place once I'm done with it. Then you see how the entire perspective shifts. You go into it motivated, grateful for the opportunity, you're happy, you're driven, you're pushing through it. So stop thinking that you need to be having it hard, because you really shouldn't. It's all simply, merely a choice. So choose the path that you want to go through. You can either choose suffering, or you can choose happiness, you can choose motivation, you can choose to be driven, grateful, and both of them might lead you to the same goal. But at least if you choose the right path, which I'm talking about, well, at least you will not regret these years that passed. You will be able to actually look, you know, into some of the memories that you've created. You will not think, I sacrificed 3 years of my life in order to achieve a certain goal. You don't want to be sacrificing years. You want to be allocating years towards your goals, but you want to still, at the end of the day, remember them as valuable, as fortunate, as something that helped you have a good time. You want to still be living even whilst you're chasing your dream. So that is my advice. Do with it whatever you want, and at the end of the day, it's important that you take action. Stop pondering. If you want to go towards one path, go go through that. If you want to choose another path, go to that. But stop hesitating and start acting. Thank you for watching. God bless you.